What are we going to do with the criminals? In this, we will be using the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations definition of terrorism as, quote, the unlawful use of force and violence against persons or property to intimidate or coerce the government, the civilian population, or any segment thereof, in furtherance of political or social objectives, end quote. 28 CFR Section 0.185. The criminals will be prosecuted by a panel of U.S., NATO, and EU with the bench trial, meaning no jury. This is because terrorism is not an ordinary crime, and the presence of jurors may skew the manner in which terrorism trials unfold, such as organized terrorist groups may deliberately threaten jury members so the accused escape penalty. The more ingrained the terrorist organization in the fabric of society, the greater the degree of social control exerted under the ongoing threat of violence. Second, terrorism at heart is a political challenge, may itself politicize a jury. Where nationalist conflict rages, as it does in Northern Ireland, juries may be sympathetic to those engaged in violence and may acquit the guilty. Alternatively, following a terror attack, juries may be biased. They may identify with the victims, or they may, consciously or unconsciously, seek to return a verdict that conforms the community's sentiment. Jurors also may worry about becoming victims of further attacks. Third, the presence of jurors may limit the type of information provided by the state. These criminals will be prosecuted with many counts of terrorism, including Article 1 and 2B. The maximum penalty is 7 years imprisonment. Preparation of terrorist attacks, Section 5, prohibits anyone from engaging in any conduct in preparation for an intended act of terrorism. The maximum penalty for this is life imprisonment. If leaders of criminal activities are willing to share names of other criminals that will help us in the long run for having a safer country, they might be able to receive a better sentence. All criminals will also be fined for crimes against humanity, which include murder, torture, beatings, and rapes. Criminals will also be charged for terror and unlawful attacks against civilians, extermination and murder of Bosniaks and Bosnian Croats, and genocide.